Leon Edwards is a complete dickhead. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I hope that Colby Covington beats the shit out of Leon Edwards and takes his belt away.
Ultimate punching.
I can't stand this guy. I didn't like him before, but I hate him with a passion now. The reason I can't stand Leon Edwards, first of all, after he won the belt off of Kamaru Usman the first time with that head kick that knocked Usman into the shadow realm.
But that is not the cloth from which he is cut. I mean, that is a degenerate.
I'm like, okay, good for Leon. But in the build up to that, into the lead up to that, he was a jackass. Like, he sat out, you know, he eye poked Bilal Muhammad and just kind of ran away from that, even though the fight hadn't been finished. He, you know, wouldn't fight Hamzat. He wouldn't do all this stuff. He just wanted to sit around and wait for his title shot. He was super inactive as a fighter, just wait around for his opportunity. You know, the thing that got him his final opportunity towards a title shot was basically beating up a nobody Nate Diaz. Now, I like Nate Diaz in the sense that he's a fun guy, but, like, was he really competition? And Diaz almost beat him, like, in the last 30 seconds. You know what I mean? He almost knocked him out. So just sitting around thinking that you deserve a title shot, that to me that drives me absolutely nuts. Whereas if you look at people like Colby Covington, and by the way, I never thought I would say that I want Colby to win. Like, a lot of the shit that he does rubs me the wrong way. Colby Covington at least shows you, like, he makes it so that he is undeniable. Like, he gets in your face, he calls you out, he does all of this different stuff to actually, like, you know, insert himself in the conversation, whether he deserves it or not. But Leon just sits around and whatever. He doesn't call for anyone. He doesn't do anything. But the thing that and this is where I started to dislike Leon. Like, his story, you know, poor guy, Jamaica rags to riches, finally got his UFC title. That's a great story, and I was rooting for Leon. But then in his rematch against Kamaru Usman, at the end of it, when it was all said and done, and he got his hand raised and defended his belt against the former, you know, one of the greatest to have ever done it in the welterweight division, instead of, you know, shaking his hand, kind of being a man about it, saying, yeah, you know what, it was great, thanks for the competition, they did this and that, he's mocking him. Headshot dead, headshot dead, headshot dead. That, for me, that's where I started to pull back, right? Because if you look at the Colby versus Usman, the second time around, Usman eked out a win there. You know, for a brief minute, the two of them just, you know, they're talking to each other. Yeah, you know, like, we're selling the fight, we're doing this, we're doing that.
Go 25 minutes.
And there was a moment of sportsmanship. And if you've made it this far, code of honor, you've got to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And what I like is when it's all said and done, when the smoke clears, when the dust settles, Conor Khabib is the exception. I like them to shake hands and say, you know what, we had a good match, it was a good try, love your effort, this, that. But he was mocking Usman, right? And you could tell Usman was, you know, upset with his performance and everything like that. Like, you don't need to be a dick about it, especially when you're a champion. Like, you need to be at a higher level. This is the difference between, like, a winner or, like, the champion, but then becoming the people's champion, is when you have that level of sportsmanship, have that level of humility. And I didn't see that out of Leon the second time he beat Usman. And for me, the straw that broke the camel's back, where I'm just now completely done with him and wanting Colby I want Colby to whoop his ass and get the title, is the fact that he is so hell-bent on holding up the division. Like, first of all, when Usman was champ, he was active. He'd fight 2-3 times a year. We'd get to see, you know, things move forward, things progress. You know, Burns, Masvidal twice, Colby twice, all these different things. And then he was looking to you know, call out some other people, like, you guys got to show me something, and so on. Leon has fought Usman twice, and then he sat around. And this is, like, before he even became champion, it was a foreshadow to how he would be. He'd sit around most of the time and fight once a year. Super inactive. And now, what he's talking about is going up to 185 to fight the winner of Sean Strickland versus Dricus Du Plessis. Leaving in the lurch Bilal Muhammad, Shavkat, all these other guys at welterweight who are up and coming, who are looking for their shot. How long is he going to make them wait around? A year? What, he goes and fights them after? And by the way, I know what Colby has said, he wants to fight Islam after he wins the belt. but he's trying to stick it to Belal. That's the only thing he's trying to do there. But Leon is serious, right? He does not want to fight Shavkat. He does not want to fight Belal. You know, he wants to fight Colby, which, you know, make the most money for the easiest opponent. Everybody's saying that Colby's, you know, an easier version of Kamaru Usman. But what I will say is Colby has incessant cardio, and he has the same takedown abilities that Usman has, maybe even better. If Colby can keep it, you know, keep wrestling, and stay out of the striking range of Leon, he gets it done, in my opinion. I'm hoping for Colby. I never thought a day would come where I would want Colby Covington to be the welterweight champion, but that day is now, because I feel like Colby will defend the belt. He'll rile things up. The division needs a villain. You know, him fighting against Belal Muhammad, him fighting against Shavkat. He'll say a lot of different stuff to like hype it up, to make that division interesting, and to sell those fights when he's champion. So, yeah. Screw Leon Edwards. I hope he loses in dishonorable fashion, and I hope he doesn't get another shot at it, because he is a boring ass